What's up, everybody? Welcome to Make Things Tiny. My name is Mick. I'm at Tiny Fest today, so I'm going to show you guys around. This is about 25 minutes northwest of San Diego in Del Mar. We're at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. There's tons of tiny homes to walk through. There's an inside to the venue as well too. There's a section just for vans. So I'm going to show you guys all of it and do a couple of tours as well too, so you can see the different types of tiny homes that they have at this particular event. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and let's jump into it. Let's go to Tiny Fest. When you first get to Tiny Fest, you go through the registration booth and you get this really cool booklet that shows you a lot of different sponsors, tells you a little bit about the event. So there's really just a ton of houses you can walk through. I wasn't really sure what this one was. It looks really cool though, kind of small. Boxables here as well too. There's a couple of other tiny homes that are more like base models, and then I'm going to go and check out this first one here by Roof and Realm. I've actually never heard of this company before. So this is a modular home. You have to put on a foundation. I really like the design for it. It's definitely wider, so it's not 8.5. It's more than 10 feet wide, and that's basically just sort of the layout. They've got a standard closet, enough to hang your clothes for your wardrobe, and then a pretty good sized couch there in the living room too. This would be a good ADU. It's a good mother-in-law suite. They had a really nice sized bathroom. So overall, I was impressed, and I was really excited to see them there as their first showing at the Tiny Fest. Next up is Clever Tiny Homes. Clever Tiny Homes had like a huge spread. They are based here in California. They had 3 homes for people to tour. A couple of them had lines, so I checked out one of them. This is their Clever Cabin. They're marketing it as more of like a short-term rental. I was excited about it because it's got a front porch. I started out in the back room, which can fit a queen-size bed, stackable washer and dryer, built-in wardrobe. And it was really cool hexagon tile, full size tub. So I was really happy with the bathroom. Double vanity as well too. And then there's a separate water closet. I'm a big fan of water closets, but I know not everyone likes having their toilet separated, so it just depends. And then the kitchen had a standard fridge. It was just one side of the wall, but a really cool little mini sort of like window that was a little bit longer. All right, so I just toured a couple of tiny homes, clever tiny homes, a couple of new ones that you guys can check out. I'll make sure there's links to everything in the video description. And now I'm just going to keep walking around, and we'll get over to the van section. Tons of houses to look at, so we'll go check out some more. All right, next up was this tiny home by Family Home Design. So it's pretty standard tiny home in terms of the width, not more than like 8.5 feet, but I really like the outside. And it was really cute on the inside. I was surprised to see that you could fit the bunk beds there. You've got a just enough counter space and a sink for your kitchen. So this would be a good short-term rental. This will be a good one for potentially like a single mom because you got enough space for a couch and to work, for those of you who work from home. And then the bathroom was a pretty good size too. Smaller vanity, but I think they made up for that with the shower feature too, with the rain head showers. I have no idea how many tiny homes are here, but it's exciting to see so many people walking around and getting excited about stuff. There's Lifescape Builders this year. They had the best looking tiny house on the design side last year, so make sure to check that one out. All right, so this is the Lifescape Builders model. They never disappoint with the exterior for the design. Then there are other tiny homes around there. It's a little more traditional. Okay, so saunas are pretty popular. So we've got some beehive, well, no, not beehive, like honeycomb shaped saunas. I'll check those out. I'm not going to go all the way in, but I'll at least show it to you guys so you can see it. I never know. Maybe one of you want a sauna in your backyard. Okay, so this is not a sauna, but it is very cool. The one on the left is. You can go in. It looks like kind of like a tiny Airbnb in my mind with the desk and the little bed, but I love it. I like the shape of it. So okay, so I stand corrected. The one on the left is a sauna. The one on the right is a cabin. So you see, there's a bed in there. There's a little desk for working. So you never know. They're called Hive Design. You can check them out. Okay, so this next tiny home really stood out to me. I love the exterior. It's by K&I Construction, who I've never heard of, but I was pleasantly surprised. They took the time to create an exterior deck. I think they made a good use of the space with the floating shelves. It's a pretty big size couch too. You've got your mini split. They have a really good setup for their kitchen. Nice window. Pretty big bathroom. And in general, when you're walking through a tiny house, you kind of want to think about whether or not the layout makes sense for you, if you like the features and the finishes as well too. And then they also had a deck that wrapped all the way around, so make sure you check out K&I Construction. Next up is an RV. Now, I'm not super big on RVs, but I will say this one was pretty neat and it's a decent price range. It's about 60K. You've got a front porch, you can fit a couch, you can get your lazy boy, there's a loft, TV, desk, full size fridge, stackable. Actually, that's a combo washer and dryer. Pretty good sized kitchen as well too, with all your major appliances. I thought the fridge was pretty huge. And then the bathroom is really nice. Again, plenty of storage. This is the number one thing that you need to think about is storage, especially those of you who are downsizing but want to keep a lot of your clothes. And then I crawled up to the loft because I figured it'd be worth showing you guys. They did a good job with the built-ins, nice size bed. They even made it carpeted up there, which I actually haven't seen in a tiny house. So okay, we're going to the van section now, but there's some live music going on, so I figured you guys can check it out. Good stuff. And then there's also concessions, obviously, too, but yeah, we're gonna go check out the vans. Okay, so van life is kind of a subset of tiny living. I think it's important that they're included in Tiny Fest because the same people that like going tiny like van life as well too. And I know a lot of you aren't huge fans of like getting a sprinter van and like tricking it out and living in it, but I think it can give you some design inspiration as well too. And there's so much creativity in what a lot of people are doing in the van life space, so I feel like it's worth checking out. And it's really awesome to see the people who, just kind of drove up with their van and decided to showcase their home. I made sure to get the people that are on stilts in the video too, and they're blowing bubbles. It's kind of like a cool little fun side thing that's happening. But yeah, for the most part, I think the van life section is pretty cool. It's a little bit smaller than it was last year, but there was this tricked out Tesla Cybertruck with a little top pop out so you could actually live in it. And I'm seeing more and more people, particularly Gen Z, buying Teslas and living them. So I think that, it's definitely on trend to buy cars and live with them. But then there's this Luna model here, which was really cool. I figured it was worth hopping into. It's really awesome interior design, cute little like kitchen area, little like convection oven, really awesome back area for sleeping. So overall, I was impressed with van life. And if you're a van lifer, let me know what you think. All right, so that was van life. Tons of cool vans. Some are tricked out, more traditional ones, all different price ranges. So if you're interested in vans, you can check those out. I'm gonna head into the sort of like the expo part where you have tons of tiny homes inside. There's generally more lines for those, so I'll try to get a couple of good ones for you guys. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see some of the ones that are indoors. All right, when you go inside, it's kind of like everything on full display. So you have all these different houses, you have all the accessories, compost and toilets and stuff like that. So I'm going to check out this house really quickly. So this is a house by California Tiny Living. It's a 1 bedroom, 2 loft, so that's why I decided to check it out. 3 bedrooms, 415 square feet. It's going for 160K. So this company is based here in California. I like the finishes on the bathroom. I like the little pop of color, the cabinets. The bathroom seemed pretty wide. You could actually fit another vanity there, but I think that's where the washer and dryer goes. And then you have like a legit full living room area tucked underneath the loft, and I like the little kind of like fake fireplace feature too. Good sized couch. Again, space for storage. You can move the couch out of the way, and then just kind of like a little island kind of workbench potentially. And then there's this kind of like glass cube by Null Space. I just thought it was kind of cute, so I decided to go in there. I don't know what I would personally do with it, but I guess you could probably turn it into an Airbnb. You never know. Let me know what you think. And then you just keep walking around, and there's all these different tiny homes. American Built was there. There were a couple of SUVs as well too. Tons of people inside. Tons of tiny homes that had more lines. It's a Piccolo tiny home there as well. And then we're going to check out this home by Tiny Home Investing, which is a woman-owned company based here in California. This model is an 8 by 24. It's got 2 lofts and a downstairs bedroom, and it's going for about $65,000. I really liked it. They did a good use of windows, and I like the high ceilings with the faux beams and tons of storage in the kitchen. And you've also got the sliding barn door as well too. The bathroom, I think the design's really high end, so make sure you check them out. That's Tiny Home Investing, so there'll be a link to check out their website and reach out to the builder for them as well too. But yeah, I was happy with this one. I felt like it was a pretty good sized tiny home, and I thought the loft was pretty big too. And again, good use of the windows. So at this time it's around 12:30. It started at 10, so it's starting to pick up a little bit more traffic wise, but you can still walk around and there's not too long of lines for any of the tiny homes. So overall it's been really fun to be able to come and check it out. So a very different experience for me this year being more involved in the industry compared to last year when I first started out. But yeah, tons of fun. All right, that's a wrap on Tiny Fest, at least for me, guys. So I'm excited that you guys got to see the festival. You got to see the different homes. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know which of the tiny houses that I showed in the tours you like the most. Would you come and check this out? I cannot stress it enough. It's so helpful to be able to walk through the homes, meet the builders, tour the homes, learn about the different accessories. There's composting toilet companies here, companies for energy efficiency, and different products that you'll need to make sure that your tiny house is running smoothly for years to come. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a comment, let me know what you thought about this video, and I hope to see you guys at Tiny Fest next year. Don't forget to think tiny, and I'll see you guys in the next one.